Chapter 2. Bump in the night. Teddy heard a small voice shouting from the distance. The voice sounded familiar. He stood still for a while so that he could hear who was yelling. "Teddy!" The familiar voice screamed again. "It's my mom!" Teddy told James. James stayed 2 houses away, and he was a good friend of Teddy's. "Teddy, you better come home right now," she yelled. "James, I have to go," Teddy said in a frantic voice. Then he ran home. Before walking up the steps, he stopped for a few seconds to take in a good look of his mother's house. Something about the house reminded him of his grandfather's face. Maybe it was the white painted edges that reminded him of his grandpa's mustache. He really missed his grandpa. Teddy and James had been playing outside all day, secretly celebrating the fact the day was Saturday and there was no school tomorrow. The boys played so hard they worked up a huge appetite. They both were extremely hungry. Teddy ran up the brown brick steps that led up to a white door screen that led to a brown wood door. His mom met him at the door. Before he could get in the door, she opened the door up and yelled, "What did I tell you about running up the steps? Go wash your hands for dinner." "Your plate is on the table, and it looks great," she boasted as Teddy went in the house. After dinner, he decided to take an extra long bath. He'd had a long day and felt like a long bath would help. His mom knew that he was sad about his grandfather. So earlier that day, she decided on her lunch break she would surprise him with a brand new remote-controlled boat. She thought maybe the toy would cheer him up a little, so before he went into the bathroom to take his bath, she gave Teddy his new toy. "Yay!" he slightly cheered, which was a great sound to his mom's ears. She had a silent celebration with herself because it seemed to cheer him up a little. But yeah, that's how Teddy got the boat in the bathroom. After the bath, he jumped into his favorite night clothes. This night was not a good night for Teddy, so he decided tonight he would get the teddy bear his grandpa gave him. He usually kept the bear on his nightstand, but this night he wanted to sleep with his bear right by his side. He remembered Grandpa saying the bear would keep him safe forever, and he felt like tonight he was going to need it. The thought of Grandpa North kept the young boy up all night. But he was slowly starting to doze off, and right before he went to bed, small tears fell from his eyes. The tears slowly wrapped around his cheek as one fell on to the small teddy bear's head. First, a moment of silence filled the room. Then, something magical began to happen. The tear fell right on the top of the teddy bear's head, and for a second, it seemed like the sound from the tear splash filled the room. Small shimmers of light began to fall from the toy bear like a 4th of July party. The teddy bear wiggled slowly, then the wiggles got faster and faster and faster until the teddy bear shot out of Teddy's arms and onto the floor. It sounded as if the bear gained weight in a matter of seconds. The teddy bear landed on the side of Teddy's bed, making a huge thud sound. The knock was so hard, it scared Teddy out of his almost sleep state. He was definitely woke now. Teddy fell over the bed and jumped up and onto his knees with a terrible look on his face. "What was that?" he thought to himself as he scanned the room trying to see what happened. "I know I heard something," Teddy thought to himself. "I know it." He ducked behind his bedside, hiding from whatever it could be on the other side. As minutes passed, and Teddy felt like he needed to take a look over the bed to see if the coast was clear. If it was clear, he could make a run for his mother's room. He took a deep breath before taking his back off of the bed, and then he turned quietly to face the bedside, trying to get his confidence up. Inching up slowly, his heart started beating faster. The thought of something dangerous on the other side of his bed made his heartbeat even harder. His eyes looked like 2 slits as he tried to focus in while still looking tough. He moved up as slow as he could, and before he could get all of his head over the bed, he dropped back down to the ground. He saw something, and whatever it was, it looked big. What in the world was that? He thought to himself as he slammed his knees to the ground in a crouching position. Teddy's heart was beating faster than ever, and he was sweating heavy. He knew he saw something, and it wasn't small. That thing looked like a huge grizzly bear. Was that a bear in my room? How could a bear sneak back here to my room? Teddy wondered. He had a million thoughts in his head. Thinking back, replaying what he saw, it kind of looked like a teddy bear. It kind of looked like the teddy bear Grandpa North gave me. That bear had that same silly-looking tongue hanging out of his mouth, Teddy thought. He sat with a confused look on his face, trying to process what was happening. He began looking around to see if he saw the teddy bear his grandfather gave him. If the teddy bear was still laying around, it couldn't be the same teddy bear, Teddy thought. He searched and searched until he noticed his teddy bear was missing. Could it be? Could that be him? He began to feel dizzy from the surreal feeling like he was spinning on a merry-go-round with no brakes. At that moment, he remembered what his grandpa told him about the teddy bear being a real bear, and that the bear was full of magic. He couldn't have been serious. Could it be? Could that be Bear?